Wow, what an episode. There was too many people that I want to flash down the toilet this episode. And that is Chance, Ricky, and Ricky's ex-wife. Boy, we discovered the real Ricky. Oh, hi, my name is Miss Iffy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and comment below. Now, let's get into episode 3 of Put a Ring on It. Season 4, Will You Hold My Baggage? Oh, this episode had too many baggages. This episode boiled my blood. I was like, wow. So let's start to, in the episode we start where we left last week, which is Chance and Cameron sat down with Dr. Stacey Johnson. We discover that he has an anger issue, he has a depression, and he's going through anxiety. Oh, I felt really, really bad for him. It was good to see him being vulnerable and being open up about it and being emotional. And I definitely, when I watched that, I was like, I was really rooting for him. I'm still rooting for him. But I was like, wow, it takes a lot to open up like that on a national television. And to see him do that, I was like, this is what I was waiting for. I was hoping this couple would drop this smart camera-like action and show us who they really are and what they really came for the show for. What is their issues that they want to discuss and resolve within their relationship so they can succeed and move forward. And we really find out his issue. It's unfortunate that we only discovered he's part of the issue and not her, because they've decided to leave. I know, what a disappointment that he opens up and quickly shuts down and decided the process is not for them. Due to when he was discussing his mental issue that he's going through and his struggle, he also expressed that he feels like if he opens up to Chance about his struggle, that she might leave him, because in his past relationship his ex left him when he expressed his struggles, and that is one of his biggest fear, which is one of the reasons why he came on the show. And yeah, and unfortunately they decided to not show up at the group dates and for the feedback about regarding the dates. Dr. Johnson leaves them a voice note, and then we finally see them at the end of the episode where they come back, and once again, like camera action, the mask is on with Chance telling us all about her fantasy and how her relationship's all roses. Yeah, well, we worked out our differences. We decided we don't want to be part of this process anymore because we don't feel like we want to go out on a dates with other people because it doesn't benefit us. Lady, you knew what the freaking show was about when you applied. And yes, we're all gonna hear that they've been approached. We're all these people just come and it's like, oh yeah, we were approached. Oh yeah, it's the editing. Oh yeah, it's this. No, come on. Even if you've been approached for the show, I don't care what they come up with. You know, you had a choice to come on national television. So it's up to you. Now you cannot blame on nobody else but yourself. But anyway, they're back to their camera of action, phase mode, but you can see he's still broken. and they say that they learned enough from the process, and they weren't thinking about the process was going to be like this, and that them going on dates with other people is not going to benefit them, so they decided to leave. I really, really hope Dumbar gets the help he needs. I really hope he goes and seeks therapy, because, sir, I'm going to tell you something. You know, Chance, you love her and you are afraid of she might leave you, okay? But if you don't work out your own problems, then you're not going to be happy, okay? No matter how hard you try in the relationship, it's not going to be good enough. At some point, this relationship is going to break down. And then who do you have? Nobody but yourself. So you need to go in and get help. You need to go in and heal, okay? If she loves you, she'll be there for you, no matter what, okay? Remember that. You're born alone in this world. You're gonna navigate alone. Some things in life we have to navigate alone. And that is what you need to do, sir. It's good to have a partner who's going to be there for you and support you, but you should never be afraid for your partner leaving you just because you decided to go through a journey to talk about your struggles and what you're going through. And if that's the case, then that partner's not for you. Okay? Just telling you, if they're not meant to be there. And if you continue of what you presented us on a last 3 episodes, and you don't seek the help you need, then trust me, she's going to leave you in the next 5 years. And then you're going to be be in a darker hole than what you are right now. Deep, deep, deep down. You're going to fall down harder than what you will fall down tomorrow if she leaves you. So please, Dumbar, go and get the help you need. And nothing's wrong with asking for help and going to therapy, because trust me, we all need it at some point in life. A majority of people. And it's nothing to be ashamed to ask for help. Oh, it's such a shame, because I really thought he would grow in this experiment. But hey, now let's go back to the other light camera action team. And that is Joshua and Joya. Oh, Joya, darling. Like, seriously? Joya said she's can't wait for the group date, so she can find out about the tea with other couples. Like, seriously? Yeah, I don't know what this couple was here for. But at least we have a little bit of breakthrough with him. But Joya, as soon as she comes on, listen, we all know she's beautiful, right? But if there's no substance to beauty, or if you just want to present this person, like, I don't even know who she is. And then she's here for the tea, and she's serving us looks. That it makes me want to mute her when she comes on. I'm like, girl, I just want to mute you and just look at you and see what you're wearing today. Literally. Because what she's going to say, she's got nothing to say. Anyway, they on their date feedback, Joshua says that he really enjoyed his date, that they had a lot in common. It reminded him how he met Joya, but he doesn't want to go on a second date because it lacked a bit of sparks. Great. On this part of the episode, everybody meant to go on a date with their ex. Maybe that's why Dumbar and Chance left, because they didn't want to discover that. and we'll find out a lot of layers of what was going on there. Maybe, you never know. Anyway, Dr. Stacey Johnson sits down with Joshua alone. We discover that he's been married before and that he's fearful of, if he gets married, that it might break down again, because in his last marriage he was married for 5 years, and the breakdown of that marriage was due to financial reasons and trust issues, and he does not want to have a child because he's fearful of that relationship breaking down again, and the possibility of maybe he might get into himself into that financial breakdown that he had in the past, that he doesn't want to have another kid, that there might be possible that child being raised single home again. Yeah, at least he opened up and we find out a bit more. There's more depth to his issues now. Let's hope she start opening up too, because otherwise it would just be boring, or like it'd be one way thing. But yeah, it was nice to see him do that. And one thing I didn't wish he can elaborate more is that obviously Joya has a kid from her previous relationship, and she's adamant that she wants to have another child because she does not want her child to be, she wants her child to have a siblings, and she always wanted that, and she wants to make sure she's married this time because that's how she sees herself, and the clock's ticking, so therefore that is her aim. Oh, great, well done for that. And we also find out that she has the primary custody of her child. One thing I really wish he can elaborate was that he said he sees his ex has the primary custody of their daughter, and he sees his daughter whenever. I don't know, I have an issue when a parent says, I see my kid whenever I want to. I have come across with that during my dating experience, when a guy says, I see my kid whenever I want to. That for me, that was run. Yeah, I just don't agree with. Children need stability. Yeah, you need to be stable in their life. You need to be active. You need to make sure that child has a routine, that they know they're going to see mum every other weekend, dad every other weekend, not whenever. We all know what life has been like for people who's like, oh yeah, my dad came whenever he wanted to come. I was waiting, like, yeah, he just showed up like whenever he wanted. Whenever's not good enough. I hope that's not the case, but that's what was interpreted in this episode, and I was like, excuse me. Yeah, no, children definitely need routine. They need you to be a stable part of their life, and if you wish to, you know, if you're a parent who's like, oh yeah, I go and see my child whenever, it's not good enough. Yeah, that part I was like, no! Yeah, that's, anyway, now let's get to the other problem. Ricky, last 2-3 episodes, gave us like he was broken down man. Turns out, I'm blaming everything on Catherine. Turns out that's not it. This man, and his ex-wife, oh, let's just flush them down the toilet. And I'll tell you why. From the moment this man and his ex was like having on this date, which, so what happens that on this episode, they have to go on a date with their ex. And this is the only couple who actually been out on a date with their ex. So Ricky goes on a date with his ex-wife. Ricky seems to, every time he's talking about Catherine, it's like Catherine is insecure. Catherine has these issues based on her past relationship. Catherine is insecure about this. Catherine is jealous about that. No, sir. Oh. We find out why. Okay? Because he said in a previous episode, oh, you know, I go to my ex-wife's house. Sometimes I end up sleeping on a sofa. She's working late. But turns out these two are just plain happy family. Go out for dinner, calls unreasonable times, like accommodate her to events. Like, come on. There's no boundaries in this relationship between him and his ex-wife. And the problem is that it's down to him, because at the end of the day, it's him who's in a relationship. Okay? But I still think she has not cut the cord. This man, you can see he was in love with her. She's the one who break the marriage. Okay? But she's happy to have him around and do whatever she wants him to do. She just wants to eat her cakes and have like both ways, and that's it. Like, she's here talking about how insecure Catherine is and how jealous she is of their relationship. And it's due to Catherine's past relationships. Excuse me? Wow. Sir, you're sitting here with your ex-wife and having that type of conversation about your relationship? Where's the boundary? Imagine, I don't care who you are, even like your own parents that you had a discussion about your concerns, if they're sitting there telling you all of these things after you had a confidential one-to-one on a camera, even that you need to stop. Like, he would sit there happily listening to her, agreeing with her, and I was like, sir, where's the respect for your woman? Like, why are you letting your ex-husband know every single details about what's wrong with your relationship? And the fact that his ex-wife, I mean, not husband, whatever, at this point he might even bloody have a husband, because he seems like he needs one. Like, seriously, because there's no backbone in this relationship. Like, he needs to like get a freaking backbone and say enough is enough. He needs to let his ex-wife know, hey, if I had a discussion with you as a friend about these things, you don't need to bring these things up. Okay? These were my concerns as friends one-to-one, and you meant to help me how to resolve my problems. Okay? Give me advice. Not sit here and we gossip about it. Because that's exactly what they were doing on that day. And blaming it on her past, when the problem is them two and their relationship, because there's no boundaries, and you hee and kikiing about it. Oh, flush the toilet, because I just had enough. And this woman had the cheek to say, oh, I understand because I'm a woman. No, you don't understand, hon, because you're sitting there with your ex-husband, and if you said jump, he would be asking you how high, because this man who you broke his heart, yeah, which you know, if you can click your fingers just like that tomorrow, and Ricky will run back. Ricky will run back to his ex-wife. He's in love with her, you can see it, and she was her decision. I think she cheated on him. Anyway, he would run. He would take her back just like that, and this date proved it all. Please tell me if you disagree with me, because that's exactly what I got from watching these two and the way she was openly discussing about her relationship. Oh, literally. And for her to say, I understand as a woman, listen, if you understand as a woman, you would have put boundaries. You would be telling to Ricky, hey Ricky, we can be friends, we can be a good co-parent, okay? But I don't want to hear about your relationship and your relationship issues. I think it's better if you talk to your sister, you talk to another your male friend, or another best friend who will understand. Somebody who's got that good judge of character, who's got your best interest, okay? Who will be telling you the wrong and right, because I am not it. Because that's exactly, Chelsea's not the right person to be telling him. Chelsea would be sitting there laughing about it with him and telling him he's right. What he really needs is somebody else who can see both sides of their disagreement and argument. Jesus, I can't believe, Catherine, I did say to you, you're a home girl. Yeah? Because you have to deal with the ex-wife, who is he kicking about it and laughing about it. And he's telling every single details about what's wrong with your relationship. You got to live with him, his mum, his sister and her kids, and his brother. And they all take his side in the relationship whenever they're having a discussion or argument or disagreement or whatever. They'll jump in the middle of it. So I feel like this woman is just alone there by herself. And now I understand why she showed up on her first date, looking dressed like crazy. Oh, poor Catherine. Seriously. And yes, before anybody comes to me and says it's easy to say things like Chelsea not being friends, there's a difference between co-parents and being friends. I remember when my ex-husband was like, we can be friends. And I was like, no. Because trust me, if I said to him, yeah, we can be friends, he'd be like, Ricky, coming and running to me with all his problems. I was like, no, sir, I am not interested. Go. Go and speak to your mum. Go on and heal. Yeah? After you heal from this heartbreak, yeah? Because it was my decision to end the marriage. Once you heal from that heartbreak, okay? And you truly know that you're not in love with me anymore, okay? Then we can talk about being friends. But until then, we just co-parent. Go there. And thank God that was the best decision I made. It's true. If you know it, you know it. Okay? I don't believe in people should string along with other people in order to benefit themselves. Only evil people do that. And for me, that's it. I want to sleep in peace. Especially, I know what it's like to be like dealing with them. When a man tells you, wants to be with you, and you say no, and he turns around and says, oh, can we be friends? I'm telling you right now, there is zero chance of you guys ever building a friendship. You need to go and tell him to go and heal before you come and build the friendship. Because that man is still in love. And that man, the tiniest hope you give, he will run with it. So ladies, please, let them heal before you become friends with them. Because you're saving headaches for you, yourself, and their relationship. Anyway, Catherine. She goes on a date with her ex. Catherine, why you keep on repeating the same mistakes? So with her ex-fiance of 10 or 11 years ago, he had a baby mother drama again. He was again kicking and cooking her with his ex, and he was running back and forth. She was young in her 20s. I understand, but I don't know why she's repeating the same mistakes in her 30s. Yeah. He says how she was hot-headed. But one thing I really enjoyed, I thought that he took accountability, is that he told her that, look, I understand where you were coming from. If I was myself in that situation, and you were doing what I was doing, which is running back and forth in the relationship between my mother of my child and you, I would feel exactly the same way you felt. So it's really nice to see that. And Catherine, please, you're not the problem in your relationship. You're part of it because you're taking the crap. Set up boundaries. No unreasonable behaviour, no unreasonable calls, no